What's up, everyone? We're here in sunny Glendale, and we're at the Americana to see Devil Wears Prada 2. Why don't you join me? We are entering the Americana. Lots of great dining options here. Busy day today on Mother's Day. Just like the Grove in LA, we have a trolley that goes around the Americana. Next door. It's funny. We are the trolley today. Fountain. And here we are at the AMC Americana, the art of celebrating her. Here we are, we've arrived at the AMC Americana. Let's go inside. Before the movie starts, let me give you a little tour of the theater. So we just came through this entrance. We've got the men's bathroom right there. Come in, you got some movie poster, an electronic movie poster over there. Another one here. Actually, this is not an electronic one. So here you've got the MacGuffin's bar, if you want to grab yourself a drink before going to the movies. Slurpee option or something. So you got yourself here at the MacGuffin bar. Disclosure Day, can't wait for that one. Toy Story 5, June 19th. Here you've got the premium offerings. You've got the Dolby Cinema, Prime, and IMAX. So today I'll be seeing Devil Wears Prada in Dolby. Here you've got the concession stand, got the IC station over there. These are the current IC offerings at this movie theater. Coke, blueberry Fanta, frozen Fanta dragon fruit, Fanta wild cherry. We've got some collectibles on display here from the Mortal Kombat bucket. Shao Kahn. I don't know what this one is. Is this also a popcorn bucket that maybe opens up? I don't know what that one is. What are these things? Flavorings for your popcorn? You can even get yourself a fleece blanket over here. You've got your drink station over here. Supergirl. Got a hallway going down here. Into the movie we go. Okay, I just got out of the movie. My initial rating is 4 out of 10. So I'm going to collect my thoughts and then we'll continue the review in the studio. Welcome back. Let's continue with the review. I went on Mother's Day, so that's why there were so many people. The Americana was packed. The movie started with Andy at an award show for journalists. Then at one point, her entire team at the table simultaneously got a text saying they were all fired. It was very cinematic because all the phones were laid out on the table face up. They all lit up. They all picked it up. And they were fired. Journalism is under attack in the Devil Wears Prada universe. Anne Hathaway's character, Andy, gets called up for an award. This is a way to tell the audience that she's a really good journalist. She announces to the crowd that her, along with her entire team, just got fired. I bet the audience was like, "Who asked, lady?" Anyway, she had to make sure to not slip off the stage after all her crying. So at this point, I can assume that the current villain of the movie is a faceless billionaire gutting their department. She manages to get a job through a friend, and it ends up being back at Runway magazine. Miranda doesn't even recognize her. The events of the last film were merely a blip in the mind of Miranda. Then she runs into Emily Blunt's character, also named Emily. She sees her office at Dior, and there were all these amazing pieces color-coded. I'm sure anyone who actually knew about the pieces were nerding out. I forgot if it was before or after the events I just described, but we were introduced to the billionaire character who divorced Lucy Liu's character. I think it was said that she became one of the richest women because of the divorce. She is presented as the ethical billionaire who is going to give away her entire wealth that she received in the divorce. This whole situation made me think of Jeff Bezos and his ex-wife. When he divorced her, she temporarily became the richest woman on Earth. I'm sure they were going for this connection because it did seem extremely obvious. In this film, Miranda was just letting herself get walked over for most of the film. There was a scene where they were on an airplane where they were forced to take coach, and Andy was like, why is Miranda letting this happen? There was another part of this film where they had mentioned there was an HR complaint of Miranda throwing her coat at someone. It shows that times have changed since the last film. I think the movie really went downhill after the birthday scene when Irv, the billionaire, dies, and then his son starts to take over. As soon as he died, I knew that Nepo baby that was hanging around him, I just knew that he was going to start taking over and just messing stuff up. It was around this point in the movie that the person next to me had actually gotten up, left, and never returned. So they recognized how bad this movie was. During all this time, Emily Blunt's character is now dating the billionaire that divorced Lucy Liu. He is presented as this bumbling billionaire that was just merely tinkering with code and then became this billionaire. It seemed like his character was maybe reminiscent of Musk, Trump, Bezos, Zuckerberg, amongst other billionaires, I'm sure. There's a whole love story with Andrea, but to me it was just weak and uninteresting. He was basically attractive man with accent. Australian accent, to be specific. Because at one point in the movie, off camera, he saw Hugh Jackman, and he was like, oh, should I go talk to him? I see another Australian. I should be like, good day, mate, right? Right? And then he walks off to go talk to him. If only he walked off screen permanently. I thought Stanley Tucci was great in the scenes he was in. I feel like he didn't do a whole lot in the movie, even though he was actually quite instrumental in getting the job for Andy at Runway magazine. So although he didn't have as much screen time as the leading ladies, he was still pretty important behind the scenes. So in the end, I do give it a 4 out of 10. I will not be revisiting what I call Devil Wears Caca Poo. That wraps up this outing and review. Please like, comment, and subscribe.